to know about their new school. From sugar-coating secondary schools to not look like daytime prisons, with photographs of photogenic youngsters that looked simply thrilled to be there, to commendations of just how lucky you are to be attending the establishment, complete with the cherry dictating all the wonderful grades achieved in the past 5 years. The name of the prison is PrÆsenti Tempus. Weird name, said Rose. Yes, but it looks and sounds different. It may be the right place for you, assured Mum. Rose turned to her. What are you trying to say? That I won't fit in anywhere because you know that's not what I mean, interrupted Mrs. Beatrix in defense. Rose turned her head to the window and sighed. Look, you misunderstood me. I just want what's best for you. I know it's been tough for you after everything that's happened, and those heartless monsters never stopped hassling you. You've been so strong every time it's gone wrong. I just want you to know I'm always here for you. And we'll get through this one way or another. And well, anyway, we're here, she finished, losing the will to continue her speech. I'm sorry. I'm just really tense, Rose apologized for snapping, to which Mrs. Beatrix smiled in understanding. The car rolled up the drive, past the sign for the school and blazoned with the school crest that was composed of a triangular sigil, contained inside a royal coat of arms with wings. Inside the crest were 3 distinct symbols: a balance of scales, an hourglass, and above the two, a circle with a vertical line in the center, crowned by a vertical loop. Underneath the coat of arms was a banner with the words of a motto that was not in English, and an adorned fleur-de-lis containing the celestial objects of a sun, moon, and star. The coat of arms perplexed Rose, but she didn't have much time to ponder on it, as other things diverted her attention. The car began driving down the long, harrowed driveway across a hugely vast field. So vast, in fact, that the school was nowhere to be seen, and the road just seemed to stretch into nothing. Mum, did you see the sigil? Look! Mrs. Beatrice exclaimed, pointing to the window. It wasn't there before, like it appeared out of nowhere. The reason sounded irrational, but it couldn't have been missed before. There ahead of them, in all its eminence, was the hugest archway that Rose had ever seen. It had to be at least 90 meters tall in the form of an elliptical marble arch. The sheer size alone was nothing to sneeze at. It reminded her of the Arc de Triomphe in Paris, the subtle hint of neoclassical style influence, and yet it wasn't. But the engravings were from a series of mythologies that were hard to pinpoint, crossing over with many. Not to mention the columns were Corinthian, pillars that looked ancient from such a long time ago, and yet perfectly preserved, as if it were only yesterday. This magnum opus of all archways that was so colossal that the car had no choice but to go underneath to be able to reach the school. Except there was only one problem. The archway was covered in flames. The entirety of the arch consumed by the raging inferno. It was a miracle the flames hadn't caused the infrastructure to collapse yet. Mum, what's going on? Rose questioned with confusion, as her mum remained oblivious to the strange sight. However, Rose's words failed her, for the archway's red flames had turned blue. The shape of the archway had changed from elliptical to inflexed. Mrs. Beatrix, for some reason, still didn't notice or react, continuing to remain indifferent. Flames that did not burn, but rather transform, subside into a golden glow that eventually died down, allowing them to pass through. Upon reaching underneath the archway, another strange occurrence took place in the series unfolding. The first ripple, the tiniest of trickles, passing so quickly before she had time to react. What was that, she wondered, in response to the fleeting feeling in her throbbing vein. It's as if... Shaking her head, she dismissed the thought. After passing underneath the archway, the landscape changed. Before the archway, the surroundings were mostly vacant, with a vast field of trees. After the archway was an entirely different matter altogether, causing Rose to gasp. There, on the horizon, of such grandeur, was a castle of such grandeur and opulence, it made her pinch herself. The sight of it alone making her question whether she was really awake or still in a dream. Continuing to gaze in fixation to the towers and spires that reached into the heavens, making the academy look like some kind of fortress. Studying with fascination the exquisite, minute details of the bohemian architectural styles that intrigued her. There were so many fascinating features to list: Roman and Greek pillars, Gothic rose windows, Arab and Russian-shaped domes, Shiro tower styles that she had never seen before that looked futuristic. The main centre complex they were approaching looked domineering, with two great gigantic buildings attached either side in a symmetrical fashion, one to the east and one to the west, signifying great importance. A clock tower of such a height it preceded Big Ben. Even the Abra obeyed. Rising above the arcades, finials and gables, past the tallest spires, depicting a giant astronomical clock face, an exact replica of Prague horloge. The sight was truly one to behold. Glancing back to the archway that was turning back to elliptical, she could see either side of it a great looming wall, the outer curtain of the Dominion, acting as a barrier of sorts. A strange, dense forest covered the perimeter all around, marking the borders of the school grounds. The forest made her question in all seriousness whether they were indeed any longer in the suburbs of London. And on the fields to the right, near what could only be described as military compounds, students in the distance, on the hazy ground, by the looks of things, doing physical education classes involving bows and arrows. Archery practice seemed odd for a typical state school, but that wasn't the only odd thing. The students were not firing at the traditional bonnet, but people. Her blood went cold, opening her mouth to alert Mrs. Beatrix, who for some reason remained oblivious. Only, "Mum!" screamed Rose, pointing to the incoming wooden bullets of hell. Mrs. Beatrix looked blankly in the direction she was pointing in, as though she didn't know what all the fuss was about. Not wasting a second longer, Rose grabbed the wheel. "Rose, what are you doing?" exclaimed Mrs. Beatrix, taken by surprise. The car swerved out of the way, the arrows missing them by inches, only for them to fade away as though it was all an illusion. Rose gawked, astonished at what just happened. Mrs. Beatrix turned to her in alarm. "What do you think you're playing at? Are you on drugs? Are you on drugs, William? Did you not see it? Arrows flying. Going to hit the car," inquired Rose, caught between disbelief and shock. Mrs. Beatrice let out a long sigh and shook her head.